Hello students, once again our class will start as Rdbms Relational Database Management System. Under this first unit is going on. It's a basic concepts. Already I explained in previous answers also. And that now today we are going to discuss the most important answer, that is explain the advantages of DBMS over the file based system. Sir, and here we can discuss about the advantages of DBMS. DBMS means what and how we have to going to explain about and what are the advantages of DBMS. Sir, everything will have the advantages as well as disadvantages. Under that, it is a DBMS is also most important advantages under Rdbms Relational Database Management. So under that, most probably advantages of DB database approach. What is database and how we have to approach the database? First of all, program based independence, first point. Second point, reducing the data redundancy. Third point, improve the data consistency. Fourth point, improve the data sharing. Fifth point, enforcement of standards. Sixth point, improve the quality. Seventh point, improve the productivity of application development. Eighth point, improve the data accessibility and responsiveness. And ninth point, reduce the program maintenance, improve the decision support. Sir, these are the most important advantages of database management system. So these are the most important advantages of DBMS. So first advantage we can discuss about program based data independence. Now we will discuss about this point. The program based independence can be defined as a support of maintenance and data dictionary for approach of programs, and data approach is strongly provided the access of data description by strong to certain locations called as repository as data program is a database as independence of the strong details and modifications of organization based and because easy and can enforce without performing any changes of application program. So there is no, we cannot do any changes under the programming database independence, and on here there are the various access to reach the database and which we need to do. And second point is reducing the data redundancy. Reducing the data redundancy. Data redundancy means, sir, there are different types of approaches which we can do it. So under that, reducing. So data is a large, but under that we can reduce the data. It is treated as reducing data redundancy. Under reducing data redundancy means data is number of example collection of information. Collection of information means we can collect all the types of information. But under that, what is important that we need to be stored. So the type of redundancies comes under reducing the data redundancy, and discipline and redundancy is specifically to avoid the duplicate. Sometimes you can maintain the duplicate data also, and redundancy the total amount of storage place, and where we have to store the place is also going to required, and how much we need space that we have to be entered. And idea database design and listening to previously spending the data files integration to the single logical structure. Single logical structure means you have already explained in so many times. It's a type of memory. We have completely example 1 GB is there. 1 GB storage place. Under this storage place, how we have to divide the data. Example, there is a memory. Memory have divided into some rows and columns. Under rows and columns like this we have to distribute it. In our CPU also, in our computer also, we have to distribute that storage and C drive, next D drive, E drive, like that we have to distribute our memory. Under that memory C drive we have to store all the softwares, and D drive we can store complete videos, and E drive we can store all the files. Sometimes I want to do some flashing, or sometimes we have to do the format of our system. Format means first we have to select C drive and we have to format C drive, next D drive, next E drive. So if we maintain these three types of data, means our data can be stored perfectly, and if the virus is going to be interact with our system, on that time completely one storage is going to be harmed, but they cannot store to any other device. So like that we are going to distribute the memory. And why, sir, we can discuss on the reducing of data redundancy. Sir, on here also we have to get approach of virus also, how we have to detect it. And location of structure and data structure approach to the maximum process of time and advantages to avoid the disciplines and elimination of inactive to the sharing the required data files. And however, the data approach does not completely remove from the redundancy. So we cannot remove complete redundancies. We can store some data, and but entire program to control the redundancy. Entire program should be controlled under the redundancy approaches also. Next, third is the most important point is that improving data consistency. Sir, improving the data. How we have to improve the data, sir? Data is there, obviously. All the information is nothing but a data. But under the data consistency can be defined to the validity and accessories. Example, if we have expired goods, can it treated as a stored data? No, sir. Because of already it's expired. Expired means this data is not countable. It's a countless data. And usually improving the data between application other IT enterprises. Other IT enterprises also going to enter under the database, and it provide consistency data uses. How the data is going to use. In case of consistency data changes made by redundancy data are not refused to other data, such database is provided to incorrect, and redundancy is collection of maximum and livelihood. Sir, maximum the data is going to give the livelihood to the database approaches people to inactive to the data is maximum. Maximum data is going to be stored under the data consistencies. Now next point, improving data sharing. Sir, sometimes some important data is there. How we have to store and how we have to going to share this. Example, banking data. Can we share this banking data? No, because of it is purely secured. If the account holder want only, then only we have to share the data to the account holder. Otherwise, if the account holder no need to get any details, means we can't share the data to any other persons. If I want the bank statement means we cannot get easily the bank statement. Bank statement means how we have certain formalities. You have to fill a form, and that form also you have to make a signature of account holder. If the account holder is accepted the data sharing, then only the data is going to share with the account holder. So like that in banking sector also they are using the database management system. And data sharing is in summarized data accessing to the both authorized and internal and external users. Internal as well as external users are also going to maintain the data sharing. Here each user required its one or more use views in the database. A user of view can be defined as a logical representation of some part of data which is usually used by the user to perform the task. How we are going to perform the task, and the create of uses of view done by the recognized form. Recognized form is under bank. Just before I explained that the form whichever their banker can provide to the account holder, that form should be filled by the account holder and make a signature. Is approved, then only the account statement can be shared with account holder. Form is report are required by user daily basis, and sometimes some users are want that a daily basis records also. Definitely that is the reason we are going to prepare that daybook statement. Daybook statement shows that the complete data is going to store under the daybook statement. Under purchase record, sales record, and all we have to be to maintain under the daily based record, and it assists to this accessing. Nowadays the example, nowadays the people are maintaining online records also. Khata book. Now you have to find that advertisements also Khata book. They are going to maintain the complete records under the one software. Under that software, they are maintaining complete daybook, cash transactions, credit transactions, as well as online transactions, as well as offline transactions, that completely entered into the software, and that software shows that what the profit and loss and what the sharings are going on. Like that, they are going to completely share under this Khata account, and it's adding to this existing application programs are entered into the sharing to data and database. So completely data is going to be stored under the database. This database is most probably most famous softwares. Now in previously, did you find that in previous accounts are maintaining by the offline records? If we will go to the bank, the banker can follow the records. Under that records, they are entered in the bank book as well as in the cash book. Cash book means passbook. You have a passbook with you. Under your passbook, they are going to return, and a cash book with a banker. So they have to maintain the two books. It's a record of offline. But nowadays it's completely changed. Online system are going to be introduced. With the help of online system, all the people are going to helpful to the using of online system. So it is completely now user-friendly softwares are also introducing. Under that user-friendly softwares, the improving of data sharing is also going to be entered. Now, after that, enforcement of standards. Standards means what? Which type of standards are going to be changed up? Nowadays, the standards, high standard quality people also going to introducing. But previously, there is no illiterate people also going to maintain the records. But nowadays, they cannot maintain the illiterate people. Completely illiterate people can maintain the accounts, because of once upon a time the illiteracy rate is more. But nowadays it's changed. Now the people are knowing each and everything, and after that they knowing the each and everything, they are maintaining the records proper, and books of records should be maintained by the proper manner. And while improving the database also approaches, because of database they are going to maintain properly, and the role of database is administration is to enhance the enforce all data standards. They are maintaining the all data standards also, and the development of these standards is done through the data repository that provide the powerful setup tools. Nowadays they are going to maintain the powerful setup tools also in their maintaining in DBA. DBA means database administrator. The work of DBA is to maintain the database, and its post name is also DBA. DBA means database administrator. Administrator work is there. How they are going to do the administrator? They are going to maintain the records. And the standards are including namely conversation of data quality. How they are going to maintain the data quality is also going to important, and as well as standard of uniform process for accessing uniform process, because of all the people are getting to maintain the same records, then the user want to get very easily. Nowadays, now we are also introducing this YouTube channels and all. With the help of this YouTube channels and all, those they don't know the subject also, they are going to search in the YouTube, and immediately they can get the subject and they can utilize the subject properly. But it is going to help to the students, those they cannot attending regular classes by the people also. It is most probably useful. And updating the programming data, it's completely comes under the standard of data. So they are maintaining the complete standard of data. So standard of data is going to, who will maintain the standard of data? DBA. DBA in the sense database administrator. Database administrator can maintain the data.